Growing up as a kid in the early 2010s with absolutely zero adult supervision, I watched some pretty silly things. Cartoons and anime have always been my favorite. I always thought when I grow up, I'm going to be a big-time animator. I even tried to make my own little animations as a kid. So what I'm about to show you is that cinematic masterpiece, alright? Don't judge. It was obviously in a really rushed form. So here it is. I don't know if you could tell, but your boy was really an ass to movie. This was actually my wallpaper for the longest time. It was so embedded into my identity that it was my first gamer tag.
Internet sensation, always animation here.
I even have an old outro I made forever ago for the YouTube videos. And even always animation was my name. I kind of just stuck to drawing and progressing in art as I grew up, until I decided to try it one more time. I drew that entire video with a Wacom Intuos, but I lost the pen forever ago. But recently I bought a Huion Canvas 13, but with no money to go to art school, I must resort to the old YouTube. I'm using Curb's video for an intro into animation, and it all starts with a ball. 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 So this is me trying to figure out how to use this program, how to draw a straight line on a background. I'm using Krita. It's a free animation and drawing application, but I bought it on Steam because I wanted to see how many hours it would take me to do all this kind of stuff. So this is me drawing out the arcs for where the ball is going to go, and I didn't draw these lines, which is where you're supposed to draw the ball, and you see where it like stops at the top. I'm just kind of freeballing it. I didn't know this at the time, that I had to draw arcs and stuff, so I was like, I'm just gonna do whatever feels right. So I don't draw a ton of in-between frames. This is me messing with the timing for some reason. I don't really know what I'm doing. I can't say past me is the smartest me. One thing that happens a lot in this video is I go off model. Because I don't know how to draw the same thing twice, apparently. I didn't like how the ball's momentum just kind of stopped there. In all the videos I watched, all the balls just kind of stopped rolling, but it's a ball, so it would keep rolling. So I just kind of keep pushing it, and it hits the wall, and that's where I think it should end its momentum. And I'm pretty much done here, to be very honest. It didn't take very long, but I felt like I needed to do something else. Like it's missing something. It's like, what am so I started coloring it. This is the only animation I color in the in this set that I do, and I don't think it really adds anything. I think it looked fine as a transparent orb. So this is the big reveal. You can really see where it stalls. It's like the second to last hop. It jumps in the air like in a really weird way, but I think the momentum works really nicely. I think I like it being thrown at the ground. That's probably my favorite bit, because I like squishing, I like squanching. So I finished the ball. Now it's time for the sack. So at the beginning of this, I actually forgot to start recording all the very beginning parts. So I already have my base animation laid out. I already know what I'm gonna do. So I start more detailed images. And then I get this idea, because I feel like I'm looking way too down. Like, what if I move the camera right above where I'm animating? But what I didn't realize is half of my face is cut off, so I got another idea. So I got a fisheye, and you guys tell me if you like this more or the other frame, but the rest of the video is with the fisheye. So in this animation you can really tell that I hate drawing the same thing twice, because I don't think any of these frames look exactly alike. Let's just call it my style for now on. So I wanted the little sack to trip over itself, but it's really hard to do. Yeah, after watching that, I think you can tell there is no stalling, and it looks like he's just falling over. Look how locked in I am. Right here, I'm lining up the feet because it was just kind of sliding across the screen. You want to make sure you get the footsteps where the last foot was, or else, you know, it won't match up. I do a lot of resizing as well, because I can't draw the same thing twice. I can at least make them the same size. I don't know if there's an easier way to do this, but I go frame by frame and I just kind of erase the line behind them. I'm sure if I colored it in, it would, you know, get rid of the line, but this is the only thing that made sense to me. And this is the final product. When I did this, I was really proud of it, and watching it right now, probably like a couple weeks after, it's not the worst thing. I like how it stalls and then it flops. But I do add to this later. Next thing I do is the infamous and scary walk cycle. For this one specifically, I use a reference, which I probably should have used, you know, for all of them. But since I use a reference, this one turned out the best. I'm the proudest of this one. The two lines are where the head dips and goes up once they are walking, and I use that as a guideline as well. This little practice bit is also probably one of my favorite things to draw. I just like drawing people, so I think that made the walk cycle 10 times easier. So I'm gonna skip ahead because it was just me redrawing from the reference. What I'm doing now is drawing the in-betweens, the stuff that wasn't in the reference, and trying to mix and the animation smoother. Here you can see he's already looking like a walking boy, like a walking man or woman. I don't know, but it's not as smooth as I want it to be, and this is where I feel like I can actually shine. Skipping ahead a little bit more, this is where I clean up each frame, because I didn't do like two animations or two sets of like a sketch and then a line art. I'm just cleaning up the original drawing. At the end here, I'm only really messing with the timing, making sure it loops nicely. So what do you guys think? Is this a pretty okay walk cycle? I think it's alright. Looking at it now though, I think his legs don't extend as far as I want them to. Next thing I had to animate was a ball with emotion. I did this so fast that I'm just gonna do this in one take. I didn't know what emotion to do. I think he did sadness or lazy. So I'm gonna do joyful. And it's just a continuous ball that goes up and there's lines that come off. There's me being finished, and then I'm resizing to make sure they all fit together. This is the finished bit. One take. This one and the next one are not that interesting, but I see them as practice, and that's just kind of what I use them as. This one is a ball with a tail. This is probably way harder than I made it out to be. I don't think I did it correctly, but I really did try on this. We're back at my favorite animating ball technique, squanch and squinch. Making sure it's the right size this time. In case you're wondering, still didn't use those lines. I'm just freeballing, seeing what looks right to me. And then I start adding the tail, and the way it waves is the most confusing part to me. I really try, and right here I'm making it turn a corner so it goes behind the ball. I think that looks pretty good. But I really do try and make it follow some sort of arc, but I think I just need more practice with this. And then I try and do it again, because the first time it didn't look right. It looked like the tail was just kind of waving all over the place, and I really want it to be some sort of unison, make it make sense, you know? And then I erase the guidelines, and here is the final animation. I know what you're thinking. I know what it looks like, but I swear this is some useful information. I can use this as a So the next thing I do is lip syncing. Yeah, woo. So I quickly draw up a little guy, and I wasn't gonna make his mouth or his chin move, but I was just gonna animate the mouth, make sure it syncs up. For this, I'm also using another reference. I think this is the exact one I used. It's pretty easy just to copy, or not copy, but you know, redraw whatever the mouth is doing in your style. So for this one, I skipped super far ahead because a lot of it is just redrawing what consonant they're saying, and then I think I draw some in-betweens as well. So I'm just going to show you this and play it through with no commentary, because obviously you have to hear what I'm saying.
Sticking out your gap where there is no love. Sticking out your gap where there is no love. Sticking out your gap where there is no love.
For the big finale, we're going back to this sack. I wanted to do VFX, and I had a big plan to do a big puff of smoke as it falls. And to start with, I think, this is going to be super easy. So what you're seeing right now is, I think, the third try of me trying to do this, and I am struggling with this. I have no idea what I'm doing. Fifth time's the charm, right? What I'm doing now is what I should have done forever ago, which is look up a reference. See, there's these really easy charts that people put up that you can take inspiration for, and that's what I end up doing. For a lot of these, I just kind of skip ahead, but for this one, I'll let you just kind of watch, because I think it's interesting. This is the final result. I don't change the sack at all, it's just the smoke that comes out of it. And I think I did a really good job. I enjoy how slow it is, because I want it to be like a huge big puff. So with that one, that brings this video to an end, but not my animation journey. Not at all. If you watched Curb's video, then you will know that I actually skipped a couple. But that's for another video. Thanks for watching me draw, and maybe this brings me one step closer to being that big time animator.